but I felt very comfortable with it and also thought it was pretty cool how there were music cues that are now been repeated with each CD. Hello fellow Ozians, I'm the Louisiana Quadling, a Wizard of Oz collector and enthusiast, sharing with you my thoughts, my collection, and a little bit of my musical talent with all of you. And welcome to my channel. Today, we're talking about a new audiobook of my favorite Oz book, Ozma of Oz. Now, full disclosure, I was sent this CD to review on the channel, and this is a fulfillment of that. Just like the previous two installments, the CD also comes in a standard jewel case with more of John Arneal's illustrations on the front. The booklet contains details about how the CD was recorded and released by Joe Cascade. This CD is a complete reading of Ozma of Oz. It runs for almost 4 hours and is a little bit shorter than the previous CD that they released of The Marvelous Land of Oz. And just like the previous two CDs, this one also includes actors from the Toronto Civic Light Opera. And it was really nice to be able to have those same actors reprising their roles from the previous two CDs. Specifically, on this one, I really loved hearing Dorothy again, since Dorothy was not in the previous book. It was nice to be able to hear a young girl portraying Dorothy. That is how I like having Dorothy, is Dorothy being portrayed as a little girl, as she originally was in the Oz books. Some other voices did stick out to me this time and were surprising. The Hungry Tiger was one of those voices that I was like, whoa, okay, that's really different. I really liked it. This specific book of Ozma of Oz is really where, in my opinion, we start to really see the Oz books become a series of books. And I'm not sure if this is just the way that I see it. Whatever, comment down below. But this CD had that same feel that the book has, where we had that reuniting of Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, Lion. That doesn't happen in the second book. It does happen in this book. And this CD had that same similar feel of, oh, we're now really starting to form that series of the Oz books where all of these great characters are finally come back together and are going on a new adventure. And it was really cool to be able to hear that this time instead of just reading it. Just like with the previous two CDs, this one also contains music and sound effects. And I'm not sure if this is just because I'm now used to the style of what Joe Cascade is going for with this CD, but I felt very comfortable with it and also thought it was pretty cool how there were music cues that are now been repeated with each CD, and I was like, oh, okay, we're here, because I know that he's associating that classical piece with this particular thing. One of those was pictures at an exhibition for the Emerald City. That was really cool to have that again be used, and I had that same sort of thing where I was like, oh, okay, we're at the Emerald City. And just like the previous two CDs, this one is not divided up by chapter as far as the narrator introducing the chapter name and chopping it up like that. Once this CD starts, it's go. Just throughout the whole story, there are no stops. And I really liked that. It's more like an audio play or maybe a radio play. But I really like this style. I think it really works for the Oz books. And if you haven't listened to any of them in the series, I would definitely recommend it because it's a very different way to digest the Oz books. Now, I listened to the CD in one sitting. Yes, I know, I enjoyed it so much, but that's probably because this is my favorite Oz book of them all. And where can you purchase this CD? I have provided a link down below to Joe Cascode's website where you can not only get this CD, but also The Wizard of Oz and The Marvelous Land of Oz. This is the final CD in a trilogy of Oz CDs that Joe Cascade is producing. And I want to say a big thank you to Joe Cascade for sending all 3 CDs to me. They were so much fun to listen to, and I know that you will also enjoy these as well. Have you picked up this audiobook? Let's have a discussion down in the comments section. And if you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. New videos are posted every 2 weeks on the 15th and last day of each month. And if that doesn't satisfy your appetite for Oz, follow the link in the description to ozclub.org and join the International Wizard of Oz Club. Until next time, bye y'all.